Okay, so can you please send me did we say that the last part was a homework?
What teacher?
Like yesterday's
The homework.
yes.
Oh yeah, I will send you the link.
Okay.
Go to this. Okay, it's here in the chat.
Okay, let me see here. Can you please read this out loud?
Okay. In the beginning, there was no em, enmity between the cat and dog, and they lived on friendly terms together and served their master Adam faithfully, each one doing its own work. But as you know, it is very much better to have a written agreement at the beginning than to have a row afterwards. So they decide to draw up an agreement defining the work which each had to do, and decide that the dog was to do the work outside the house and the cat the work inside. For greater and safety, the dog agreed that the cat should take care of the agreement, and the cat put it in the loft. After a time, the devil, who could not allow peace to last for a long time, must needs set the dog up against the cat. So one day, the dog remarked to the cat that he was not fairly treated. He did not see why he should have all the trouble outside the house to watch for thieves and protect the house and suffer from cold and rain, and only have scraps and bones for food, and sometimes nothing at all. Whilst the cat had all the comfort, purring and enjoying herself and living near the hearth in warmth and safety. The cat said, "An agreement is an agreement." The dog replied, "Let me see that agreement." The cat went quickly up the loft to, fit, to fetch the agreement. But the agreement, which had been a little greasy, had been nibbled by the mice who were living in the loft, and they went on nibbling away until nothing was left of it but a heap of paper fluff. And as it was as soft as down, the mice made their home of it. When the cat came up and saw what the mice had done, her fury knew no bounds. She, she pursued them madly, killing as many as she could seize, and running after the others with the intent of catching them. When she came down, the dog asked her for the agreement, and as the cat had no brought it, the dog, taking hold of her, shook her until he got tired of shaking her. Since that time, whenever a dog meets a cat, he asks her for the agreement, and as she cannot show it to him, he goes for her. And the cat, knowing what the mice had done to her, runs after them when she sees them.
Okay. Uh,
That was the homework, teacher.
Yes, that's right. Okay. Uh, okay. So let me. Well, this is your paragraph, right?
Yeah,
Okay. So can you please read?
yeah. The story tells us about a contract that was made between a dog and a cat. This contract was made to keep the peace in their house and separate their jobs, the cat inside the house and the dog outside the house. There was a time when the house was in peace, but the devil appeared to put the dog against the cat. And because the dog was suffering in his task outside the house, so he wants a review of the contract. When the cat goes for the agreement, he sees that the mice ate the contract. So in his fury, he kills as many as he can. When the cat goes to see the dog with no contract, the dog grabs her and starts shaking her. Since that time, when a dog sees a cat, he goes for him, and when a cat sees a mouse, he runs for her. This story shows us that we need to be clear when we make a contract. Be clear in what we want and take care of it and putting it in a safe place.
Okay. So there are some mistakes. The first one is you don't need to use capital letter here.
Okay.
Okay, so that's the first. Okay, here. For because you don't need a comma. The dog was suffering from his tasks outside the house. And you see here, when the cat goes for the agreement, I think it was she, wasn't it?
Uh, yeah, I think.
It's not he, it's she, because later even you said that for her.
I
He,
as
yeah.
she can. Yeah, that's my point.
When a dog, when a cat sees when a cat goes to see the dog with no controller,
She
when a
runs
dog
for.
sees a cat, he goes wherever. Here you need a comma. And before here you need a comma. And put it in a safe place. Okay, again, I would give you a 3 out of 5. Okay, let's continue here. Okay, before we move on, is there any word that you didn't understand from this lecture?
Uh, no, but the only one that I searched that I was confused was mice.
Oh,
And
mice,
mice
raton,
is
yes,
the
ratones.
plural of mouse, right?
Yes, the plural, yes, ratones,
Uh,
yes.
that was the only one that I was confused,
Okay,
but then was clear.
okay. Okay, let's do the same activity with this other story. Why the cat kills rats. So let's work on that.
Okay,
So I'll send you a link where you need to work on that.
okay. In the same link, teacher.
No, another one.
Okay.
I sent you already the other link.
Okay, teacher, I finished.
Okay, we're gonna review.
Okay.
Okay, can you please read?
Yeah. Ansa was a king of Calabar for 50 years. He had a very faithful cat as a housekeeper, and a rat was his houseboy. The king was an obstinate, headstrong man, but was very fond of the cat, who had been in his store for many years. The rat, who was very poor, fell in love with one of the king's servants' girls, but was unable to give her any presents, as he had no money. At last he thought of the king's store, so in the night time, being quite small, he had a little difficulty having made a hole in the roof in getting into the store. He then stole corn and nutty pears and presented them to his sweetheart. At the end of the month, when the cat had to render her account of the things in the store to the king, it was found that a lot of corn and nutty pears were missing. The king was very angry at this and asked the cat for an explanation, but the cat could not account for the loss until one of her friends told her that the rat had been stealing the corn and giving it to the girl. When the cat told the when the cat told the king, he called the girl before him and had her flogged. The rat he handed over to the cat to the deal with and dismissed them both from his service. The cat was so angry at this that she killed and ate the rat. And ever since that time, whenever a cat sees a rat, she kills and eats it.
Okay, great. Got the rat. Why do you say he was with his girlfriend? I don't.
Uh,
Was she?
yeah, because he fell in love, so in the fable said his sweetheart, so I suppose she was his girlfriend.
Okay. I don't think that it was his girlfriend. It could have been, yes, she could have been, but it doesn't say anything. Sweetheart, it's not the same. He like sweetheart is used. Yes, it could have been. I'm not saying it wasn't, but I'm not sure because the meaning of well, yes, it could have been, to be honest. Yes. Uh,
Yeah, uh, because they talk like she was
yes,
his
yes, sweetheart. Yes.
beloved.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Yes, yes, it's fine. Okay. So this means your so can you please read?
Yeah. I like this story because it talks to us about the trust and confidence between relatives and the betrayal in a friendship. The story starts with a king named Ansa who has a cat as a housekeeper and a rat that is his houseboy. The story starts when the rat fall in love with a servant of the king, but the rat was very poor and he has nothing to offer to her. Then one day the rat goes to the store of the king and starts robbing some nutty pears and corn to give to the servant. One day, the king asked the cat to review the things in the store, and for his surprise, a lot of things were missing. Then someone told him that the rat was the robber. When the cat told to the king what was happening with the store, he kicked them out of the store and from his house. So the cat, in his fury, ate the rat. And now and always, when a cat sees a rat, he kills him.
Okay, first mistake. King is like this. You don't need to use like uh the uppercase. Okay, so who has the cat or who has a cat as a housekeeper and a rat as his houseboy? See here, it's just, okay. Story starts when the rat fall the rats.
Right.
I think you're talking about the rats. The
No,
rat.
it is one, the rat.
Yes, the rat. Oh, yeah, well, with a servant of the king. But the what? Since you're using here false. So this is present. You're telling a story with present. So here you need to use is because you're using present. Otherwise, the you should have used fail in love. And here instead of has you should have used had. But since you're using the present in all of them, you need to use the present here. So you need to keep that consistent. Okay.
Okay, teacher.
So here you need a comma as well. Nothing, nothing to offer her, not to her. Then one day, when you use like a time expression at the beginning, you need to use a comma after it. When
Okay,
you use
teacher.
a time expression at the beginning, you need to use a comma after it. The
Okay,
rat
okay.
goes to the store of the king, so robbing some native pears and corn to give to the servant. One day the king asked the cat to review the thing in the store. And two, not four, two, his surprise. A lot of things were missing. Then when the cat told the king, not to the king. So the cat, come on, in his fury, ate the rat. And here you need a period. Okay, so because of the many mistakes, again, I will give you a 3 out of 5. Okay, so let's send you this. Let's finish here. I'll see you tomorrow, please.
Okay, teacher.
Okay, so let's finish, please.